Hey guys, this is Brett. Swafford Homestead. I'm enjoying the shade of a tree today. It's only April, but the sun's pretty hot today. Not really all that hot out, but it's also potato planting day. I've got 8 rows dug and I've got several potatoes cut at the first of the week. I guess that's your tip for shed boards is you need to if you're going to cut your seed potatoes, you need to cut them a few days early and let them kind of heal back over or dry off. Don't put them out in the sun. Put them somewhere where they can get air. Don't stack them up. If you're going to cut them, lay them out where they can get some air and dry out. Or you cut them will dry over and it won't rot as bad. It ain't always 100%, but you'll see mine here in a few minutes. I'm going to start putting potatoes in one row at a time. This first row, I've got some potatoes left from last year and some what we call the change, where I picked up all the tiny ones. It's about too small to deal with. I don't even try to cook them, they're so small. We're gonna plant this stuff first. I don't know what it'll do, but it's bound to make something. It's worth a roll to try it. I'll get it in the ground and I'll turn the camera back on. Well, I've got them all spread out. I don't know if these little ones will do much. We have some luck out of them. Sometimes they make something, sometimes they don't. The wrinkled up ones, not really sure. But this first row was kind of rough anyway, and I thought, well, it's worth a try. I've got some better last year potatoes I've got saved probably for the last row. This first row was kind of an experiment anyway. New garden, who knows what's going to happen. But I'm finna cover them up and slightly, and I'm going to put the fertilizer to the top of them. I'm going to top dress them pretty well. I'll turn the camera back on. Well, the first row is officially in the ground. Didn't hard to have enough, but went ahead and spread them out a little more, covered them. I took a large yogurt cup, that cup sitting there, full of 6-12-12, and top dressed it. Then sprinkled a little more dirt over it. You can see a little bit of it still sticking up. I gotta finish with a rake or something, kind of get it a little smoother. But first roll down, at least 6 more to go. I gotta get started. Well, I finally got all the potatoes laid. That's a double row. I really needed another row, but I thought I'd experiment. I really didn't want to dig another row. I've got 8 rows of potatoes now. Over 50 pounds of potatoes in here. No, I didn't waste a piece of one. I still got 7 rows to cover up. I'm going to do them like the other ones. I'm going to put a little dirt over them. I'm going to top dress them with some 6-12-12 and sprinkle a little more dirt to make sure they're covered. I hope this turns out as good as I think it will. I hope I get the harvest I'm expecting out of it. That'll be a whole nother video of what to do with hundreds of pounds of potatoes. But we usually plant between 30 and 35 pounds. I just upped it a little bit. Put it in shorter rolls instead of longer rolls. Added a roll or two. I'm going to get this covered up. I'll show you the final product. Explain what I'm going to do later. Well, the day's finally come to an end. I've got all 8 rows covered, fertilized, and then covered with a little more dirt to cover the fertilizer. Keep anything from washing it off or the sun bleaching it out or many other things, I'm sure. It made 8 full rows, and I've still got some potatoes at the house. So probably a number 9 row here in a week or so, but thank goodness I'm done today. It's been a long day. Been a lot of digging. But the harvest is going to be grand, I'm sure. I'm believing it. Here in a few days, when the green does pop up, I'm going to go back in between the rows with the tiller and till in between the rows and get some extra dirt and roll it over on it and pile it up even higher. As the green comes up, I'll pile some more dirt on it. Ain't no use in piling it really high because there's only so much they're going to do. They're not going to just keep growing up. You can pile it up in the ground like this, maybe a foot deep. That's all you're really going to get before the rain washes it back down. You can't bury it too deep because it's hard clay. The reason I've done a lot of hand digging is because it's clay. If you get a tractor or something heavy on it, it'll just pack it right back down. The tiller was bad enough. From one day to the next, it actually packs a little bit. Tree and I was putting the compost in, which I needed twice as much as I put probably, but it's a start. I've got another garden bed working again. Y'all have a good day. God bless.